I would like to announce that this is our 30th annual gathering for the Armenian American Medical Society. And since its inception, we have been providing programs, assistance to both Armenia as well as diaspora Armenians. And as such, we have a lot of outreach, both here in Los Angeles, as well as in the Armenian region, including Artsakh, Qarabakh. Tonight we're celebrating our 30th anniversary, and we have a great number of awardees, including Dr. Haroutune, Armenian, the Glendale Adventist and the Glendale Memorial Hospital Systems. And as the incoming president, I'm very proud to have an amazing team of executives who are helping us to reach our dreams, to reach our goals, and to carry on and even brighten the torch that was passed on to us by our previous generation starting 30 years ago.
We're very happy to announce that all of the proceeds from tonight's event are going to go to the medical aid of Syrian refugees. We find that it's a true cause of our times, and in keeping with our mission to help everyone and help others in need, we want to make sure we extend this to this very pertinent cause at this time. Of course, we think about our brothers in Artsakh as well, and we have them in our thoughts and our hearts, and we'll be contributing there in the future as well.
Well, it's exciting for us. And representing Glendale Memorial, I'm the president there, but I used to be in Glendale for 10 years during the 1980s at Glendale Memorial, and I was there when what I would say the first wave of the Armenian physicians coming into Glendale occurred. And then coming back for me after literally 25 years, there's still many physicians I reconnected with, and it's very exciting now to meet a lot of the new people I've met over the last 4 years that I've been there. So it's sort of connecting with the Armenian culture because it really drives both Glendale Memorial and Glendale Adventist Hospital, most of our physicians of Armenian heritage.
Yes, we are thrilled. Glendale Adventist Medical Center, we have so many physicians that are members of the Armenian Medical Society, I can't even count them. So for them to honor us, to nominate us, and to recognize us as a special place to practice medicine just warms my heart. And it thrills our hospital staff and gives us more courage to keep doing what we're doing. Our hospital is planning our second Armenian medical mission trip this year. We're going in October. It's going to be bigger and more comprehensive. We have about 40 people now. Last year we took 30. We've added several services, the eye services, GYN services. We even have a fertility specialist that will be on the team. So it's going to be wonderful. We're going to do medical work, surgical work, all kinds of stuff. So we're very excited about our connection with Armenia and Noyan Beryan in particular. Noyan Beryan is in Tavush region. That's the hospital that we have adopted to serve every year. We were collaborating with Armenian Medical Society long before I showed up. I've been here for 4.5 years, but our hospital and our personnel have been working with Armenian Medical Society for years and years and years. Yes, and many of our medical staff are in leadership. Serena Melodonian and Dr. Arman Kotikian, Vikan Sapelian, these are people that are all part of our hospital. So it's wonderful to see them serving in leadership and then practicing in our hospital.
Իմ ներկրավվածությունը ես հյուր եմ, ես կբադվվին այսօր, իմ այսպես ասած 40 տարվա գործունեությունը, այն ինչ որ գենտատրե քիդական, ագատեմական, ուսուցչական, ինչպես նաև Հայաստանի եւ հայ ժողովրդի զանազան ուղղություններով մեր հրած գործունեությունը։ Բադվվող այսօր ես չեմ, ավելի ճիշտ գործունեությունն է, եւ այդ գործունեությամբ է, որ մենք գրնանք իրագործել այն ինչ որ մեր երազներն են։
My name is Vaughn Sepkinian. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. Been in Glendale in practice for the past 12 years. Been a member of the Armenian American Medical Society for that long. I'm a very proud member.
I was honored some 10 years ago, I believe, and it was very special because the society was saying psychiatrist come of age. So it was a double honor for me. I was being honored, psychiatry was being honored.
Որ ասի բացարիք օրմն է, որովհետև 30-ամյակն է հայ բժշկական միության, 30 տարի աշխատել են օգնելու թե դեղական համայնքին եւ թե Հայաստանի եւ Արցախին, քննադատելի մեկ գազམ་ություն է եւ առաքելություն է։ Ես հվարդ եմ, որ ներկայ եմ, որ միասին այնքան վատ լուրեր ունենք այսօրերին, որ մի քիչ էլ պետք է լավ լուրերով զբաղվենք, մի քիչ ուրախանանք եւ քննադատենք այն համայնքի անդամները եւ գազམ་ները, որ իսկապես ասկային օգտակար աշխատանք տանում են։
Այս տարվանը 30-ամյակն է միության եւ շատ ուրախ ենք, որ այսքան մեծացել է այս միությունը եւ օրեցօր շատանում է եւ ավելի օգտակար ենք անում ժողովրդին, անդամներին եւ հայերին կարողանում ենք օգնենք։
This year we're going to be honoring two wonderful hospitals, Glendale Adventist Medical Center and Glendale Memorial Medical Center, who have done a wonderful job in the community and the collaborations with Armenian American Medical Society, especially Glendale Adventist, because last year for the first time we did a mission to Armenia, where we went to Noyamberi in Armenia on the border of Azerbaijan, where there's a much need in the medical field, and provided our medical services. So they're being honored this year for their fantastic work.
Մենք ուրախ ենք, որ հայ բժշկական միությունը, որը 30 տարի արդեն իր աշխատանքներն է տանում եւ այսօր տոնում է իր 30-ամյակը, նույնպես գնահատում է Glendale Adventist հիվանդանոցին, որպեսզի իր partner եւ միացնաբար ծառայում են մեր համայնքին։ So շատ ուրախ եմ, որ այստեղ ենք մենք այս գիշեր։
The Medical Society has taken some major leaps and bounds over the past 30 years. We are very proud of the founders and all the hard work and effort and the youth that has stepped up and really have turned this thing into a major association.
I'm շատ ուրախ եմ, որ այսօր մասնակցել ենք այս մեր հայկական society-ի համար, եւ այս բոլոր փողը որ պիտի հավաքվի ուրախությունով կարծեմ հանձնել են բանին սրիային եւ բժշկության համար օգնելու համար եւ շատ ուրախ ենք, որ մասնակցենք եւ ամեն ձևի մեր բարդականությունը, որ կարողանանք օգնենք ինչպես որ կարելի է։
Զհաց հրանաբաժոր դուր մեզ այսօր եւ թող մեզ բարդիս մեր որպես եւ մեկ թող մերոց բարդաբանած եւ մի դանիրս մեզի փորձություն ալբերգայի չարեն զիքո ярքայություն եւ զորություն եւ փառք հավիդյան սավդենից ամեն.
Oh, my doctors love me. You know what's a good sign when you're getting old? You know what's a great sign when you're getting old? When you have a doctor for every part of your body. That's a good sign you're getting old. I'm up to 3 now. Orthopedic surgeon, general practitioner, cardio. I got them. I'm getting it covered. So it's a funny thing. I'm actually on medication right now. I got to be honest. I'm nursing a sciatica, and I'm on Norco. I'm on cyclobenzedrine, and I'm on some other kind of muscle relaxer and ibuprofen.
Dear friends and colleagues, welcome to the 30th anniversary of the Armenian American Medical Society. We are delighted that you could join us and greatly appreciate your support. We're very proud of the program we've prepared for you. We have in our presence tonight many of the honorees from previous Medical Society galas. As I announce your name, please stand, and if I can ask you all to hold your applause until the end. Dr. Roger Ohanessian. That's okay, we're Armenian, we applaud. Dr. Hago Akisko. That's okay, don't contain your excitement. Okay. Dr. Marush Alaverdian. Dr. Armin Cherry. Dr. Misak Abdulian. Dr. Boris Bagdasarian. Dr. Misak Barsamian. Dr. Silva Karchikin, Dr. Bedros Kojian, Salpi Akaragyan, and Dr. Vartan Tashkin. Tonight we honor Dr. Haroutune Armenian, a pioneer in public health and advocate for our homeland, and two great hospitals who have offered us years of generous support, Glendale Adventist Medical Center and Dignity Health Glendale Memorial Hospital. Thank you for your commitment to our mission to better the health of our community and develop strong ties to Armenia. Shortly before we started planning this gala, I was sitting behind my computer between patients, browsing CNN. I wanted a little break. Clinic was getting busy, patients were backing up, and just wanted a sip of my coffee. And there I was. I wish I could change what I saw. The photo of the little boy in a red t-shirt. I'm sure you all remember him. Too many men, women, and children washed up on the beach, escaping Syria. As a board, we unanimously decided that tonight's proceeds would go to the medical aid of Syrian refugees. Thank you. And please don't think we've forgotten our brothers in Artsakh. We have contributions for them as well. I stand before you tonight, thanking God that my sons are tucked away in their beds tonight. Everyone should have that comfort. We hope that our contribution will in some small way help aid those in need. As we gather tonight in the spirit of giving, I thank you for your years of support, encouragement, and guidance. I especially want to thank our Gala committee, without whom this night would not be possible. I want to say that we worked hard, and we did. But we did it over wonderful dinners hosted by Romanov, with laughter, jokes, and some fanciful ideas. I could always count on Mikhail and Kevin to tell me what the boys would like, because apparently I just didn't know that well enough. And Rubina to broadcast all of it, and Naz to come up with all the beautiful ideas, and Hasni to keep us in check. And really, if I had to tell you what everybody did, we'd be here all night. So I will just settle for saying thank you, Silva Aragian, Naz Atikian, Asya Bogosyan, Kevin Palestian, Silva Gasparian, Mikhail Israelian, Armand Kotikian, Rubina Matevosyan, Nona Narians, Garin Ohanesian, Arlet Sarkisian, Mariette Tashtian, Jasmine Tamasian, Tada Vartanian, Garina Zakarian, and who could forget Hasmi Kerubarian.
Welcome to the 30th annual gala for the Armenian American Medical Society of Iran. It is quite humbling to think that 30 years ago today, a seedling was planted, a small seed by the founding members and those in attendance at Dr. Barsamian's house. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to have everyone stand up from that team. If you all stand up for a round of applause, please. It is your vision that has helped us carry this torch forward at this point. And so in that honor, we've prepared a billboard that will be brought up here. And I want all of you guys who are in attendance, and if there's anyone we forgot, please go ahead and sign it, as this will be almost like a timestamp. And so you heard Dr. Evelyn Badassarian Bakhudarian mention that we were raising money for the Syrian Armenian refugees tonight. And these are people who, in my opinion, have been double struck with bad luck. Because these are the actual survivors, the children, grandchildren, and some of them are great-grandchildren of Armenian genocide survivors. And so this is where we need to be very proactive to prevent this type of occurrence from recurring. And as you know, history keeps repeating itself, and that's where we need to be rolling up our sleeves, getting into government, getting into medicine, getting into all kinds of preventive health, so that atrocities like this do not occur, period. As you know, we're also initiating a lot of assistance for Artsakh and the soldiers that have perished there and their families, because they need support. as well as our remote villages in Armenia that often get sort of shoved under the rug because they don't have much representation. And so as staunch and stalwart representative of the Armenian medical community, we need to improve that state. And I want to also let you know what we're doing as an organization. So we have programs that help not just the diaspora and not just the Armenian community back home. So we have interventions in place. We have programs that help women's clinics, epilepsy programs, diabetes programs, camps. And so when I came into this position this year as president, I decided, what does this organization have, which it has created amazing things, and what can I actually help contribute with? To date, I have helped establish the mentorship and the scholarship programs. We have over 30 scholarship recipients, and I'm proud to say that one of those recipients from years ago is now one of our board members. Tade, if you'll stand up. Our first recipient of tonight's awards will be Dr. Haroutune Armenian. As his last name implies, he has been making Armenian all things that are part of his work. And every part of his work, he has turned Armenian. He really puts a signature on all of his projects that he has undertaken in his life. I've known Dr. Armenian for over 20 years now, and almost joined him as a master's or doctoral student because I was that convinced that this is the path to finding the true meaning of life, which is public health. And I will give you what I think is the boring part, which are actually his credentials. Dr. Armenian got his medical degree at the American University of Beirut, and his internal medicine residency was completed there as well. And then he came to Johns Hopkins University, where he completed his master's in public health, as well as his doctorate in public health. But it's after that point that he really has flourished in my mind. He did a lot of work with the familial Mediterranean fever, which is also known as the Armenian disease, which interestingly also occurs in Italians, Arabs, and Sephardic Jews, which tells us maybe we're not a pure race. Shocker. He also completed a lot of work with parish, 300 years of parish data in Armenia. And the most poignant part of his life was actually when he had a very close family loss at home. And despite that tragedy, he answered the calling by going to Armenia for the earthquake and assisting, not just at the ground level, but really at the Google bird's eye level, logistically, and really helping the impoverished and the ground level at a higher level to make it a much more public health intervention type of system. He thereafter became the American University of Armenia president, and as my father has pointed out, he's one of the few people in our circles who have combined non-sectarian, non-partisan agendas into combining and unifying our people. I've also got to know his son, Saro, who followed his father's footsteps somewhat in becoming a pediatric hematologist oncologist that I also admire for all his work in calling. And at this current time, Dr. Armenian serves as professor in residence at UCLA and is heavily involved with the Turpanjian Rural Development Project, which helps with entrepreneurship in medicine. Lastly, he forwarded to me a paper that he and his wife Sona had published on retirement and mortality. And essentially, as people tend to retire early in life, their mortality rate tends to increase. And so Dr. Armenian is seeking longevity and infinity by staying with us and staying in the midst of achieving his great work. And so at this time, I'd like to guide your attention to the video of his acceptance speech, and I'd like to call him up to the podium, please.
A year ago, that day in the desert, there's this 2 to 3 year old baby who is with her mother and crying all the time. She has had nothing to eat for days and is severely emaciated. The mother, who used to be a teacher, in her desperation, thinks that she should leave the baby in the shade of a nearby bush. And that's what she does. She says to herself that she does not want her baby to die in her arms. She walks away. Having walked away a few hundred meters, she can't stand the idea of leaving her baby alone. She rushes back and picks her up, and they both somehow survive. That baby was my mother. This story is not unique for a generation of Armenian survivors of the genocide. My father's and his family's saga is another story of not just surviving all the horrors and keeping an optimistic perspective and achieving the impossible. The story of each survivor of our parent generation is the chronicle of a great miracle. At this moment of my life, I have a lot to be thankful for our wonderful life and a set of achievements. I can think of my distinguished teachers of Gemaran in Beirut, who had lost the country but were so much engaged in rebuilding a nation. From the ashes, I can think of the wonderful education and educators of the medical school of the American University of Beirut. I can think of my doctoral advisor at Johns Hopkins, Abe Lilienfeld, and many of his colleagues who were defining the core of public health and its applications. And I can think of many, many others who were so critical in my professional evolution. However, again, nothing measures up to what we owe to the generation of our genocide surviving parents. You may think that I am dwelling too much on the past. How about the future? As stated by the American poet Robert Frost, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And that is what we will do together with my wife Sona, Saro, Christine, Shant, and Sarin. Thank you, Armenian American Medical Society, and thank you, Rafi Tashjian.
Dr. Armenian, I have recognition certificates for you from Representative Adam Schiff, as well as House Senate Carol Liu, County of Los Angeles, Mr. Michael Antonovich, Supervisor of the 5th District, and a present for you from the Armenian American Medical Society.
Good evening, distinguished guests and fellow members. As many of you know, my name is Kevin Galston, and I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist practicing in Los Angeles since 2006. It was around this time, 10 years ago, when I came to California to accept a position one of Santa Barbara County hospitals. I was on my way to airport with the contract in my hand. I received a call from my mother. She asked me if I consider working at Glendale Memorial Hospital. To be frank with you, I was not very excited that time. But being the good son that I am, I followed her advice and drove to Glendale Memorial Hospital. I only had few hours before my flight. So I quickly parked my car and entered the hospital. I walked down the long hallway where I found the open door. The gentleman inside asked me if he could help. I told him who I was and that I was looking for the medical staff office. It turned out this was the Department of Business Development. Thank you, Mother. After a long, fruitful conversation, I canceled my flight to Chicago that day. It is amazing how quickly 10 years go by, and I'm humbled and proud to be served as a physician at Dignity Health Glendale Memorial Medical Center. The hospital became even closer to me when a few years later my son Alexander was born there. For decades, Glendale Memorial Medical Center has been a place of healing for the community, a place where we share our happiness and sometimes sadness. I would also like to note that Glendale Memorial Medical Center has been providing tremendous support and vital services to our community. The hospital has been a long-time supporter of Armenian American Medical Society projects with the aim of making our community a healthy place both locally and globally. The unwavering support includes sponsorship of juvenile diabetes and pediatric epilepsy projects, Glendale Health Festival, CME programs, community health education initiatives, including Your Health TV program. As Armenian American Medical Society board member, I would like to say thank you. It is my distinguished honor to present the Armenian American Medical Society Legacy Award to Dignity Health Glendale Memorial Medical Center. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to receive this recognition the President of Dignity Health Glendale Memorial Medical Center, Mr. Jack Ivey.
On behalf of Dignity Health Glendale Memorial, I want to thank the Armenian American Medical Society for honoring us with the 2016 Legacy Award. We're very pleased to be receiving this award, as it has a personal meaning for all of us from Glendale Memorial and those of us attending tonight's event. As many of you know, we deeply value the working relationship we have with many physicians in tonight's audience. This is also our 90th anniversary for Dignity Health Glendale Memorial. For 90 years, we have closely held the belief that respecting dignity also means working toward the common good within the communities we serve. We believe that healthcare is a social good and a community service, and that access to healthcare is a fundamental right for all people. For decades, the staff at Glendale Memorial has actively collaborated with our Armenian physician partners to create culturally competent, compassionate care for all members of our greater Glendale community. The AAMS mission is a reflection of our own hospital values: dignity, collaboration, justice, stewardship, and excellence, and serves as the foundation for our long-standing partnership. Since 2008, Glendale Memorial has supported AAMS Your Health, an Armenian TV program featuring medically accurate health education and information, which reaches a large number of viewers interested in improving their health and that of their families. Over the years, Glendale Memorial has sponsored a number of fundraising events supporting the AAMS mission to promote health services, educational, and professional growth among its membership. So this award celebrates not just the common goals we share with the AAMS, but our shared commitment to ensuring that Greater Glendale's most vulnerable patients and community members receive the highest quality of care from medical professionals who listen to their patients and treat them with compassion. Dignity Health Glendale Memorial embraces our special responsibility for people who are most vulnerable, helping them through direct service and acting as an advocate to change structures which otherwise might be barriers to care. New immigrants to our community from Armenia, Syria, and other countries where there is suffering have received either directly or indirectly from Glendale Memorial's support. Glendale Memorial Hospital is truly grateful to have so many partners within the Armenian community, but we're especially thankful for the Armenian American Medical Society, demonstrating your unwavering commitment to the health and wellness of all people, and sharing our values and commitment to human kindness. Thank you, AAMS, for this wonderful award and our long-standing collaboration. Thank you personally for this honor. And what's fun tonight is to be with so many familiar faces in the audience. And I want to applaud you for where the money is going tonight with the Syrian diaspora. It's a very important cause. Good to see everyone tonight. Thank you for the award.
Thank you, Rafi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Armand Kotikian. I am the Vice President for the Armenian American Medical Society and a practicing oral and maxillofacial surgeon. It is a pleasure and a privilege to introduce our next Legacy Award recipient. I have served on staff on Glendale Adventist Medical Center for the past 6 years and have watched it transform from one of the community's best hospitals to even better than the best. So nice job. Glendale Adventist Medical Center is San Fernando Valley's largest hospital, as we all know, and has served the community for over 110 years. Glendale News Press recently recognized Glendale Adventist with its Best Hospital, Best Physicians, and Best Nurses Award. Nice job. Glendale Adventist's impact reaches far beyond the boundaries here. Just recently in 2015, the hospital partnered with Armenia Fund through Compassion in Action Mission Armenia, a project to provide life-saving medical care to the city of Noyamberian, which is on the border of Azerbaijan. I had the pleasure of joining several of my medical colleagues, nurses, pharmacists, members of our administration, including Mr. Kevin Roberts and Vice President Ramel Markarian. This groundbreaking trip was fun, amazing, and we did a great job out there. Thank you for planning that. Thanks to GAMC, the collaboration was extremely successful. We were able to donate 3 tons of supplies, medications, equipment, and a brand new ambulance. GAMC has supported the Armenian American Medical Society for many years, almost 30 years now, and has been a committed partner and has helped develop relationships with our community physicians and healthcare professionals. I would like to thank the administration for everything they have done, especially our Chief of Staff, Dr. Cosgrove, our CEO, Kevin Roberts, our CMO, Dr. Arvi Nahabetian, our Vice President, Ramel Markarian, who are all present this evening. It is a true honor and joy to present Glendale Adventist Medical Center with this year's Legacy Award. If I can have you turn your attention to the screen, please.
I'm Kevin Roberts, the President and CEO of Glendale Adventist Medical Center. And it is our privilege to honor you and to recognize and to celebrate your 30th anniversary of the Armenian Medical Society. We are so touched that you have honored us tonight. Our hospital has been here for 111 years, serving the community of Glendale, and we have grown up with you. As the Armenian Medical Society has grown and flourished, so has our hospital. And so it is just wonderful that we serve together. Our mission of sharing God's love with our community would be incomplete without what you do as the Armenian physicians in this community. And what is also exciting is that we don't just serve Glendale and its city limits, but we have shared and served together across the globe in Armenia during our medical missionary work last year, and we're preparing again to do that this year. So this bond between Glendale Adventist and the Armenian Medical Society is not trivial at all. It is soul felt, it is measurable, it is palpable in this community. So thank you for this privilege, and God bless you this evening. Could I invite all our leaders from the hospital to come up and receive this award with me? Arvi, Ramala, Dr. Cosgrove, Denise. Yes, stand and come forward, please.
And I would, of course, love to invite all of our doctors up too, but you know, we've got a lot of doctors associated with the hospital. So we're just privileged, and thank you for this opportunity. It's just humbling to see this kind of recognition for our institution. We will continue to do God's work with your help. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to call a special person, Dr. Harry Valyan. Dr. Harry Valyan is the past executive board member who served the Armenian Medical Society from year 2007 to 2015. Thank you, Dr. Valyan. Dr. Viken Servinia.
I would like to invite now our immediate past president, Dr. Serin Meridonia. And last but not least, I would like to invite the past ladies auxiliary chair, Ms. Vanella Marcaria.
Thank you so much, and it was truly an honor to serve alongside the most dedicated, compassionate ladies. Most of them here tonight. Ladies Auxiliary, please stand up. I want to thank each and every one of you for your compassion and dedication. So, many of you you all paid your dues, which I know you did, otherwise you would not be here. You're very familiar with Ms. Hasmi Karibarian. Because she's there to execute. So Hasmi, congratulations for your service and thank you for everything.
When the world is cold, I will feel just thinking yes, your love with the smile so and your cheeks so far. There is nothing for